Namaste, my dear friends. In the last 1 week, I got 3 questions, all about the same topic. So, Vadim, I started to take Amanita Muscaria, and I'm going through a breakup, or I'm losing my job, or I'm depressed. And can you please tell me how come I started to take Amanita and I feel so bad? It's my third, fifth, or seventh day, and I'm still feeling that I don't get the effects that everybody gets. On the opposite, I feel I'm very emotional, or I feel something is rising inside of me, and it's hard to control me, but everybody told me I can feel myself more calmer. So, what it is and what is the story behind it? How come the things that you read on the internet about Amanita wouldn't be that effect that you experience on yourself, especially in the first weeks? So the truth is that many people, when they share about Amanita muscaria, they don't make any deep researches, or they don't have the researches made on many people. And through that, they don't understand that every human is unique, the body is unique, every person's situation is unique. And of that reason, the reflection how Amanita will work on that or this or that person, it's also how unique, correct. So I'll share with you a little bit the more details. How come when you're starting to take Amanita, in the first, second week, you might feel more depressed, or you might feel more anxiety, or you might feel more emotions, or you might become more aggressive. Just know that's normal, and if it's happening, it's good. So, what is the story? First of all, we have to understand that when a person comes to depression, this means that the person was already betraying him or herself for a long time. This betrayal was happening not for 1 month, not for 2, not for 3, but often 5, 6, or more months when a person was doing the things that didn't matter for his or her soul. And through that, the tension builds up. The tension builds up, the energy goes down, and then comes a point when a person, the person's soul doesn't send energy at all for that human to function, for that avatar. Why? Well, because if the person is doing the things that bring him negative karma, make him to betray him or herself, destroys their health or psychic or emotional body, or then of course, why would you give energy to that human being which is self-destroying itself and creating karma? That is the point when usually depression comes. Depression is a moment when your soul says, okay, sit down and think. Sit down and think about all the shit that you're doing. Have a look at your feelings inside of you. Do you know that I don't agree with you? You know, I don't want to do it. You know, I want to live a different life. I came here for a different experience. Do you hear me? Do you hear me what I truly want? Not what you think that I want, but what I truly want. That is how the soul tries to speak, eventually to allow the person to hear themselves. So when we're starting to work with Amanita Muscaria in the first week, very often people who are depressed, they are at a minus point. So they're negative. They have negative energy. They have a minus. They are so emptied out that they're aggressive. They're empty. They cannot do nothing because they're in minus. So when such people start to take Amanita throughout the first week, very often person starts to become aggressive because he finally starts to share that what is inside of him or her. And inside of us might be tension. If I was always quiet towards my close ones and they were breaking my boundaries, or they were making me to do the things I didn't want to do, or I was put it in many problems of other people or my relatives, or whatsoever, colleagues, and it's not my problem and I don't want to do it, all of this will eventually be suppressed inside. It will gather, and you will have to see it at one point as it will rise up. So when we start to take Amanita, we ask for healing. It will first of all try to show us the things that we don't agree with, the things that we don't want to see, or we will express the things which we were always feeling inside but suppressing, thinking, I don't want to say this to my close ones. Oh, will they love me? Or if I say no, what will happen? So for that reason, throughout the first and second week, especially when you're depressed, you should know that you should give yourself time and space so to move from your from your negative point, from minus, to come to your neutral point, 0. To come to the 0, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. It really depends how low you are. Throughout this time, give yourself support. Make conclusions. Write out the things that you like and don't like. Write out the things which are arising from the inside. Be sincere with your close ones. Explain them that you're going through a process of healing, and at certain points you will want to share something which might be emotional sometimes, but it's valuable for them to support you in this period in time. So that's why throughout this period, make a request, lead a diary, start to focus on physical, emotional, mental bodies. Focus your energy on yourself. Focus on yourself, your actions that will assist you to let go and transform that minus point and those suppressed feelings and emotions into actions that will eventually guide you to the neutral point. In 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, you will recover, and then the effect of Amanita will be exactly the one that people share, that you will start to get a boost of energy, a clarity, you will feel good, you will be inspired, you will want to let go of pharmaceutical, drugs, alcohol, tobacco, or anything that the body is biologically, chemistry addicted, because you will start to feel good. And when I feel good, I don't need nothing. People consume alcohol and other substances so to feel better. Remember, feel. You consume everything so to feel better. But if you already feel good, you don't want to change it. So when a person feels good and do you want to have a drink? Says, no, thank you. I already feel good. I don't have a point of bringing myself to that roller coaster up and then down. Like, I already feel good, so thank you very much. But when a person has a lot of conflicts inside, he will want to use alcohol to reach reach out for the next level of spirituality. You have to know that people who are addicted to alcohol are actually spiritual seekers, which are wanting to get a boost of energy to connect with the divine energy and the clarity on who they are. So when you have that divine clarity, you don't have a desire of drinking alcohol. Why? Because simply you're already there in that state and consciousness and feeling that back in the past alcohol was creating for you. And it's not an illusion, but it's true. And it doesn't have any negative and side effects when you reach it on your own, let's say, flow of energy and your own resources. So, for that reason, for all people who are starting to microdose, it's supernatural, like super natural. Then in the first weeks, you might feel more depressed or start to see that something is rising from the inside. More aggressive, you'll protect more and tell more people how you feel. It might happen that you will want to sleep more. For example, if you were working a lot and investing a lot of energy to everyone, sleep is the easiest form and way how the body heals itself. Just sleep, and your body will do the rest of the work. It's 100 times more effective in many cases than visiting a doctor and eating a pill. Simply, if you want to sleep, just sleep. Your body will do all the work that it needs. Support your body. So another aspect, people throughout the first period of their microdose, they might want to go in to visit the toilet a lot more because the parasites are dying. And the parasites, they have a very strong impact on our brain. There's a saying that there's a second brain in the stomach. So it is partly true because our brain is interconnected with neurons with our stomach and other parts of the body. But when in the stomach something is being digested, or if there are parasites, then the parasites can push the buttons you can see in your stomach, and you're like, oh, I want white bread. I want chocolate. I want fat hamburger. Then you have to know that if just pops up one of the sudden from inside of yourself, there is a very high chance that it's not your soul requesting it. It's not even your personal mind, but it's your personal parasites which are right now dying because you're fasting or eating Amanita. And for them to survive and to make their colony of eggs to live, they say, like, go and eat or we die. And they start to manipulate the stomach, the neurons, and the person. One of the sudden starts to feel, I need a sugary drink. I want white bread, or I want a cake, or I want alcohol, or I want that, or I want this. This doesn't come from a human who is interconnected with the body. This reaction is usually a reflection when we have inside of us also our co-livers, our lovely parasites, which have an impact on our physical body, and through the physical body has an impact on our mind, because we can manipulate the mind of the human being through the physical impact, yeah, inside of our stomach, or the emotional impact that if we share specific things which emotionally can touch a person, it can also change the mindset of the human. So just know, of this reason, it's totally normal that if you're in minus, or say that, let's say you're in dipshit, that's how your mind thinks, that you don't know what to do, you're tired, you're that, you're this, just like stop your mind and focus on actions of love towards yourself. Physical love, yeah, go for walks, do sports, eat good food, have good sleep, go to massage, do anything that takes care of your physical body. Emotional, filter out people with who you don't want to speak. Remember with who you feel an uplift and it feels easy. Delete all of the social networks that suck up your energy. Choose the content that you're watching. Choose the content that lifts you up. Listen to music that helps you to be in a higher form connection. And thirdly, it's of course mental. And this mental change, it's very individual, but if you started to work with Amanita, tell what you want to receive and write down the things that are happening in your life. In the beginning, maybe you won't understand, but this is a great form of self reflection. And if you make your diary for 1 week and you read it, and you'll see which requests you had, well, you'll see very perfectly how you're manifesting your reality and creating everything and then forgetting about it all the time. Very magical game we're playing with ourselves, truly. So I hope that this information will help for people who just started their path. And no, Amanita Muscaria, it's not a happy pill. It can be a pill, an awakening pill. I would call it like this. Amanita is an awakening pill. If you're in minus, you will start to notice that you're in problems. But then once you see that you're there, you can come here, start to move here. Once you're here in that zero, you can move up. You can go to the plus. So everything is natural when you continue your path in knowing that transformation takes time, healing takes time. To get into that deep level of shit where we are, it took time. So if you brought yourself into this deep problem and you were walking there with a strong fist in your arm towards there throughout the last 3, 4, 5 months, half a year, or 1 year, well, maybe you should give yourself also the opportunity, more time and space to walk out from there, and not to await that in 1 day by eating a pill, I don't feel it and everything transformed. No, you're already there. You're deep inside of in some kind of a story, and you need time to walk out of there. If you understand you don't like it, you have to walk out, and while you were walking in, you will need time to walk out. Don't criticize yourself, and during the moment that you're walking out, just gather yourself, focus, and do the things that will help you to get out from that hole. Simple, simple. So, my dear friends, if this has helped, I share with you, and you should know that the pharmaceutical industry made a war against all of the natural nature, let's say, drugs, and everything connected with nature, and also including the Amanita Muscaria. And we have right now, from the middle of 2023, somebody paid a huge amount of money for somebody working in YouTube, or it's a collaboration from the pharmaceutical industries. And they started to block all videos and all channels that speak about natural healing, especially with Amanita Muscaria. So if you see this video, please support. This is a certain form of rebellion from jumping out from that illusion of fear about our own health that is being given to organization or people who we didn't never seen in our lives. So that's why if you like what you heard, subscribe, share, and if you need to get some really high top quality of Amanita, please visit our website, Amanita Muscaria, amanitaacademy.com. So I'm very happy that we're interconnected, and let's see where the future brings. And I'm looking forward. I really want to create good friendships between all of us. And I very hope that with the awakening of ourselves smoothly, will also change the values of different corporations. Because you have to know, any corporation, it's a reflection of us. The money that lies there, it's our money, human money. So what we have to do is to share the values that we want to see, and through that will come in the biggest change. So the biggest change always starts with who? Exactly, with myself. And if I can take care of myself, well, then even the world will have the opportunity to take care of themselves. Stop saving the world and take care finally of yourself. Stop playing the saver and finally take care of yourself. That's my final message for today. Much love, namaste, and see you, darlings. Always in the spiritual touch of unity.